Hey, this is Raven Melinda, and this is a wonderful day because I am sitting next to, I just feel like it's just legend all up in this area. You know, you just feel this soul and this richness. I got Havoc right here. Should I finish the whole name?
Well, it's Havoc the Mouthpiece.
There we go.
I'm from the West Coast group South Central Cartel. Also, I was a member of the original Havoc and Prodigy. Also, I started a group called the Murder Squad. And these was all original late 80s and 90s groups that were a part of help paving the way for the West Coast to evolve to where it once was and will continue to be.
So how do you feel about the change in music? I mean, you guys were the blueprint to this, like to great music. So what do you feel about now and how it's going?
It's two things I think about. First of all, music evolves. It evolves like people. It evolves like time. When I grew up, listening to my dad, the Shy Lights, and the music I like, I pretty much had to listen to what my mama and my dad and them played. And then as I got a little older, I was able to go to the little record stores and, sneak a little bit of stuff that you like,
Right.
But it was the music they didn't play. So pretty much music has it's the same with the kids now. They grew up listening to the gangster raps we made them listen to, the originators of the East Coast music, the South. Your parents make you listen to it because they control the day.
Exactly.
But now kids, they pretty much have their own thinking about how they like music, and you just have to respect it, and how they see it is they getting paid. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so if you ain't getting paid, then there ain't no sense to do it no way.
So who are your musical inspirations? Because I know, because you said family and parents are the roots of that. So what was your inspiration to inspire you to be the artist that you are? Yeah.
Well, I started off with growing up being the son of a legend. My father is Robert Squirrel, Lester of the Shy Lights. And I grew up around, Jackson 5, The Emotion, Pop Staple and the Staple Singers. Being around music growing up, I kind of had a little feel of, going down, hanging out with Don Cornelius at Soul Train.
Wow,
and,
you.
So you kind of, you're around it, but it's like your dad, and you really don't know who your dad really is, because that's dad. Like,
right.
You feel me? But as time went on, and I came to California, and I stayed with the Jackson 5 for like 2 weeks.
Wow.
And I told myself I was going to come to California when I graduated from high school.
Okay.
So when I graduated, I came to Cali and, went to school for a hot minute. And then I met Prodigy's sister. And he reminded me of Eugene Record of the Shy Lights because he had a whole bunch of raps. And I was like, man, can I be down, with doing this music? But we had influences like NWA, the Ghetto Boys, groups like East Coast influence, of course, like the Heavy D's, the Eric B. and Rakims, just the era of what the East Coast was bringing, it played a part. But like DJ Quicks and all of them of the mid 80s and 80s was kind of like the influence that we pretty much kind of blended ourselves, but represent South Central.
Okay, so what I love so much is you have that, because I was just in the studio with you, so you have this vibe like that is definitely needed. Like we need Havoc, we need your creativity and that knowledge that you have of real music.
Real music.
So how do you feel with the artists and the things that you're doing now? Is it Game Changer we got?
Right, Game Changer.
Game Changer. What is it that you're bringing in embellishing the music industry with now? Is it like...
Well, I really kind of I kind of retired from South Central Cartel.
Okay.
And I kind of have a chip on my shoulder personally, not against no one, but within, when my father, was on the verge of dying, he gave me a special request to step up and be the man of the family and, kind of keep the family, greatness and put it back intact. And I'm holding you, you know, is, you know, the one who in a position to be able to do it and
okay.
know how to do it.
Right.
And so I was incarcerated for 3.5 years, and it kind of broke me, and you know, kind of put God really back where He needed to be in my life, and it made me change a whole lot of things about who I was as a person.
Right.
And when the person is corrupt, everything around you that you do is corrupt by it.
Yeah, the
so,
energy.
Right. So I pretty much made a choice to change my life and change my ways, and then I had to make the choice to come back to something that I knew I was good at, and I was blessed at, and I knew that I could help someone who has the right talent reach their goal. And then that's where Full Circle come with Tiffani, who I basically been working with and developing for 4 years now with Tiffani. When I first heard Tiffani sing, I knew instantly that she was destined for greatness, not you know, mediocrity or someone who was gonna temporarily make a one hit or whatever. God gave me the energy to feel when I met her that she was special.
Yeah, that's that gift within you. You know it.
I knew she was special.
Right.
And you know how you go through, she can't sing when you develop them, and you're doing little shows where it's 30 people, 40 people, you know what I mean?
Right.
And you're trying to, you know, help her find her way in this. Like, she needed guidance.
Right.
And me having that guidance, I had to be patient with someone who didn't know they were great. You know what I mean?
That's deep, yeah.
Yeah, she didn't know she was great.
Right.
So the only person that knew that was God, her mother, and pretty much me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, God gives you that gift. You are anointed with that gift to help bring something different out of somebody. I see what you're doing in the studio, and it's like, you just like, yeah, okay, got it. Okay, hold on. You knew where to
I knew what
her.
beats to give her. I knew who to get to write the song. It's like when you have a great orchestra, you know, it's the guy that sits up in the front of the orchestra and he just has a wand.
Yes.
He just has a wand, right?
Yes.
He don't play no instrument, but he know every instrument.
Thank you, yes.
He know what every instrument's supposed to play, the tone
you
of
better
the
preach.
instrument. You hear me? He knows what hi-hat, if it's too loud, if it's too low. He know if the vocal's out of tune, and that comes with having, like I say, a great team around me for my 33 years.
Right.
I've been able to create a lot of great relationships.
Right.
And you know, Tiffani is definitely a star.
That soul in her voice is amazing. I was sitting on the outside, I'm like, who is
You go
this?
from Mexican, like you go from Latino music when you walk in,
right?
Then you turn around and go into R&B, you know, hip hop.
But you know, the great thing that you found in the music, I don't know if I can speak about it.
Yes, you can.
Is it the first one I came in hearing? Please tell me.
Crazy for the Money.
Crazy for the Money is bananas. Like I'm sitting here, just like that. You guys are saying it's this Caribbean vibe that is great, and I don't know another language, but I didn't care about the language because it was about her voice. Yeah. Like you found the was this a track? Is this your track?
No, this is a track from a producer out of New York named Juan Christiani and a young lady named Melissa, who actually did the beat. Yeah. And I heard it through a friend who actually lived in Uruguay. Wow. And we used to do some business, and she fell in love with Tiffani. Yeah. And she heard that song and told him that it would be great for Tiffani. Mm-hmm. So, you know, when you start doing good music, people send you stuff through God, right? Right, that part. And I just knew the song was perfect for Tiffani. And so we just did the vocals last week. And we tightened it up. You know, it's not really done, but you can see the potential of it.
If it's not done, I can imagine what it's going to sound like when it is done, because I see that on commercials. I see it internationally. I see it, especially in this market. Like I was telling you, it's so much more open to different genres and different music. I mean, I know the demographics has changed as well, but I mean,
because of the internet. The internet exposes it.
I have not even care. I didn't care that I didn't know what was being said. I knew De Niro.
Right, you knew De Niro.
I knew De Niro.
You knew Loco. You knew that was crazy. I knew Loco. So you knew Crazy, Money, something.
Exactly. So I'm just sitting here like, the voice, the music, the way that you, like you said, you conducted everything was It's phenomenal. I cannot wait for
Her
that
album.
That's gonna go on like #1 fire.
Listen.
Tell me about it.
It's every song is pretty much a single on Tiffany's album. It's titled Hashtag.
Hashtag.
The universal language decoder of all words in the internet world is done and it's logged and it's what would you say? It's accounted for by the hashtag. Whenever you put something with a hashtag, it's counted in the universal world of language.
Exactly.
So her album being hashtag, you know, all we got to do is do this. And with that say, so that's going to bring Tiffany Lewis' album because her life is a hashtag. And
the relevance of that.
So every song going to start with a hashtag like hashtag pain. Like that song we just did, One Night, hashtag One Night.
Beautiful.
So her album is incredible. We already got 9 songs pretty much finished. We got 3 more to do, and we pretty much should be done, ready to master by the end of next month. And we're trying to release it in August of the fall. And gonna shoot a bunch of videos. We're gonna do everything we have to do to put Tiffany.
Right.
And also the West Coast don't have no female super diva. You know what I mean? Not saying there ain't no great singers in LA or the West Coast. You know what I mean? When you're talking about a Diana Ross or a Natalie Cole or Mariah Carey.
Right.
Or, you know what I mean? When you're talking about, a Stephanie Mills or, a Beyonce,
Yes, it's time.
Tiffany is in that.
She about to bring the West Coast all the way back. I'm like,
She fire. She fire.
Yes, I love that. So what events and projects do we have well, first let me go back. So what is the first single? Can we get that? What is that first single for Tiffany gonna be?
It's called Hashtag Pain. You can get it on.
Hashtag Pain.
It's on everything right now. Just go type it in, Hashtag Pain, Tiffany Lewis.
Okay.
But we just did, we got blessed. We did the R&B Rewind. With Belle Biv DeVoe. It was, they had TLC, Maya, Next, 112, Genuine. And to have her to open up for a lineup like that.
Wow. And
she destroyed it. Like Tiffany, she looked amazing. Everything was professionally on point. We just did Flavor Flav's 60th birthday at the Rio last week.
Wow, Flavor Flav.
Yeah. And Bobby D got more shows. We just waiting on our turn. In the meanwhile, Tiffany doesn't have a body of work. You feel me? When you say a body of work, she doesn't have music that people can say, hey, Tiffany Lewis, that's woo, woo, woo. So I'm finna to make sure when this album is finished, they gonna say not only do she got a body of work, she got the hottest body of work out there right now.
It seems like it's a very large range of genres of music.
It is. It's like nothing's the same. She goes everywhere in her album. Like and for me, I made it a personal battle, like, because Tiffany is very creative and she's very strong-minded and wielded as a woman, independent, and you have to respect people's opinions and their boundaries as a person. You know what I mean? But me as being the person that believes in her more than anybody, I have to challenge her. I have to push her beyond her normal comfortabilities. Because a lot of music she's doing, she didn't want to do it.
Really? Wow.
But it's not that you know what I mean. It's being comfortable in your own, But music is not about you to a certain degree. It's about the people who wants to hear the music.
Exactly.
So you have to cater your, what would you say, being an artist and a respect for the craft and the culture of music, and for the people who's going to make you who you are. You do it for them.
Yeah,
and you have to let go of the personal thing, like, oh, I like that, but nobody else like it. But you like it, but you want to put it out. But everybody else telling you, me, you. Now that song right there gonna blow up, but you mad because everybody liked that one because you might have wrote this one or felt a little,
Exactly.
You can't do that in music. You have to do music for people.
Yeah, she's lending. You gave her a platform to lend her talent out to the world. You know what I'm saying? So especially you being in the game, as long as you know what to do and where to bring her into. Yeah. So I mean, what do we have more to look forward in 2019?
Pretty much we trying to book every show we can right now.
Okay.
We're gonna have an album release party probably in August in Hollywood. We're working on all of that. That's pretty much, we're gonna be shooting videos. After the album is finished, we're gonna master it. You know, right now the main focus is making the best body of work possible.
Exactly.
Because without that, Tiffani don't have really nothing to say who she is to the world, because it's all based on visual and the content of what you give. And as far as the body of work go, her album is timeless.
It is.
I'm telling you, it's timeless. Like every song on it, like when y'all might log in, since I've been going in the studio, coming to Paramount, you know what I mean? The Rewind, the Man Up, the Lady Game Changer, Pain, you know what I mean? Live a Lie. We did the remake of Freak Like Me by Dina Howard.
What? I can't wait.
Man,
I can't wait here.
She destroyed it.
Wow.
And then we brought in Dina Howard manager to validate it for us.
That's respect.
We had my boy come in. As soon as he walked in, he lit up like a Christmas tree. It was like, and told Tiffani a long story about how Dina Howard didn't want to do the song, because Tiffani kind of didn't want to do the song because it's a little bit tiptoeing out of her image as how she carry herself, and we respect that. But Dina Howard, had that same type of character you had, and so instead of me telling you that, I can't validate their story. So I'll go get the horse's mouth and we bring him on up in there. And he told Tiffani, she ran out the studio. If you walk out there, the plaque to Dina Howard, Freak Like Me is on the wall. She ran out the studio here, crying because she didn't want to do it, and then she's still touring 30 years later off that same song she cried about.
Wow, that was like that women liberation type of thing.
But everybody have a night or a time when they go out with the girls or the homies, and you just have fun.
I cannot wait to hear. Oh my gosh, that was the song, you understand.
Well, we call it Freak Like Me.
I bet. I know, like I said.
Ours is called Be Your Freak.
Be Your Freak.
Be Your Freak.
Okay, so this is all dropping in August.
Yeah, we did it, all that.
Okay.
Her album is incredible. That's all I can tell you. It's a great body of work. Okay. And it's honestly, I feel like because of who I am now today and how polished I become as a person and my craft and knowing what I'm doing and having the love and respect that I give first and foremost before I receive it. And I'm only 9 songs in with 3 left to go.
Wow,
this feels like one of the part of, I would say, some of the greatest work I have been able to say I can do. You don't know how, you be with, you do stuff with people and and sometimes you don't know your worth in that. And so it's taken my new journey to validate what I know, that, my creativity as, as a CEO of my own company, having an ear like a Barry Gordy or Eazy-E or Barry Wise or, or Russ, Regan or Russell Simmons, I want to get my recognition and my just due, and plus fulfill my father's wish for me to bring our family to a certain, life as a black man, black family, and making sure my dad's legacy continue to, transcend along with my legacy with SCC and, being the first West Coast group to sign the Def Jam. Only group Russell Simmons signed. LV won a Grammy with Coolio. We got music in 8 Mile, the movie, Tales from the Hood, The Substitute, the show soundtrack. You know what I mean? Then did music with Tupac, my good friend, and Ice-T's, and be able to have a setting in a culture of West Coast hip hop that's now set in history. See, them eras are set now. They're never going to change no more. They're forever set in stone.
That part.
You get it? And so I'm in that. You feel me? So no matter whatever happened, however people want to diss it or this it, you feel me? Yeah. It's not for me to determine. All I know is it's there for you to make your choice.
Your journey, that this is the evolution of you, like your journey from what you're speaking of from birth of your career to now. Yes. Like I'm just saying, this is the evolution of Havoc. Yes. I mean, you are creating, like, you're recreating something.
It's needed.
Phenomenal. Like it's
the West Coast
needs,
especially California, LA. We need something fresh and new. You know, no disrespect, but what's really out? Like, name something out here that's really making a big impact, like Nicki Minaj did, or Cardi B, or Bruno Mars, or you know what I mean? I'm not thinking other than topping all of that. You feel me? I respect all of that with the highest this, but in my respect, I'm trying to supersede all y'all combined if I can.
That's what I'm saying.
You're not saying that, you know, I'm better than you or you better than me. I'm just saying what my mindset is me, Havoc. My mindset is greatness or nothing.
Exactly. You dropping gems like that. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I was looking at. I was really listening. I'm a music lover. So I'm looking at something. You're creating a whole nother genre of something right now in 2019 and beyond. You know what I'm saying? Like, this
you
is
was listening to it live.
I heard it live.
You was sitting right there.
I heard it live.
It did not sound like that it was live, did it? It sounded like it was recorded, right? She was killing it. Because
this is what I'm saying, like, you are that leader of a whole nother movement. So that's why I really see where you're coming from. Like,
it's music.
And you're not even speaking like when you're saying, like, you know, someone else and someone this. No, you are creating, that Game Changer is creating something no one has heard and no one has done. So this is the beginning of that.
It's needed.
So you got it.
The key, because, and also this is important for Tiffani, like, you know, because it's her journey. She's the face of her journey. You feel me? And she wants to have the respect of a woman that's with class, dignity, spirited, strong-minded, wielded, and won't bend her rules to allow herself to what's going on now and how these girls carry themselves in certain ways. No disrespect to them, but she want to be someone that the young girls can look up to from 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 20, 30, 40.
Definitely that woman empowerment.
Right, she want that. Like, if it ain't that, she's not gonna do it.
Right, she's a queen. I felt it. It's, you know, when you come in the queen's presence, like, it was just that was definitely wonderful.
She's beautiful inside and out.
So, is there any other artists or anything else that you want to speak about?
I'm working on a feature film for my company. It's also gonna be a book. It's written by Shaquilla of Tama Press, and the screenplay is written by Marlon Jones. This film pretty much production. We got a production company. We get the directors. So we're looking to be filming sometime in late August.
Great.
And the film is called Ghetto Tears. So we're looking out for the movie business, and also they're doing a film about my dad's group, shot like called Lit.
Wow, that's amazing.
It's called Lit. So so I'm working on that, and then I got a docu-film about West Coast hip hop history that I've been kind of kind of holding on for a while, and I need to really get it finished and done.
Right.
So.
Wow, some big things coming up. Well, I can't wait. Please keep me posted. I know I'm about to follow everything that y'all doing because I'm a West Coast queen too, so I understand. So I want to thank you for your interview. It was inspiring. It's so great to be around somebody who has been through the evolution of music and still continuing to contribute and to leave those gems and inspire those to do like what Tiffani is doing, because I'm amazed and I cannot wait. So are there any social medias or anything that we can follow you on?
I'm on everything.
Let's plug that in. We got to plug that in.
Game Changer. I'm on everything.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just go put in Game Changer. GAIMCHNG3R.
Hey.
You know what I mean? And you'll pop up me, Havoc.
You heard it from Havoc himself, and I want to thank you for taking the time to have this interview. Hey,
let's go listen to them classics Tiffani making.
I'm ready. Let me hear all of them.
Yeah, let's go get Tiffani.
Let me do that. Thank you. That was awesome.
Now,
I will take a step if I have to. Yes, baby. Just maybe I'm crazy, but I just can't see myself without you. I would.
up? It's your girl, Raven Melinda, with E16 Entertainment TV. We're at Paramount Recording Studios with the amazing songstress, Tiffani Lewis. How are you, honey?
I'm doing good, actually. How are you?
I am very good. What you guys don't understand is I was just in the studio just vibing out to all of the music that she was doing. It sounded like everything was just, I didn't know it was live. She was really just going in. And so what I'd love to start with is what's your inspiration? What inspired you to do music, to get to this place?
I think it started, well, I know it started when I was a kid. If I had to pinpoint one thing, I would say it would have had to been my grandmother and my grandfather. Wow. Because ever since I can remember, we were always singing. They started singing in choir at church. So one day, over the years of hearing them sing and practice in our home, because they practice a lot, I joined them. And I would have to say that would be what inspired me to sing. If I had to pick something, it would be that.
Wow, I definitely, so you said, so it pretty much the start was in church.
Yes.
Well, I can definitely hear that in you. Like it comes from your core. Like you have this beautiful, soulful voice. And I don't know if I can bring up your music that you were just doing that I walked into. It's what is it? What about the money? What is it?
The dinero.
Dinero.
Yeah.
Like that song right there, I just seen it in so many places. Like when you walk in, I'm like, I can see that overseas. It's international. So how did you feel when you heard that song right there?
I was really excited to have. It's like, oh, I got a song for you, you're gonna like it. Usually my first reaction to everything is no. Right off top, that's just my first reaction. It's just me. I'm like, no, I don't want to do it. I'm scared. But then when I heard it, and I'm like, okay, I like it. But then it's like, it's different for me. It's out of my element. So I feel like just anybody being a human being, doing things that you're not used to, singing a style of music that you're not used to is intimidating. It's scary. So my first thing was like, oh, I don't like it, I'm scared. But then I'm like, I love it. I see the vision. I see now that I've actually gone in and I've sang it and I've made it my own. I love it. And I see what you see. You know, like everywhere, like summer, it's just a vibe.
Miami, like overseas. I mean, it was just amazing because like I said, I don't speak another language. So, and it didn't bother me. The language didn't bother me. It was what I was hearing you do. Okay. I mean, do you speak another language, or how does this? This is something you had to learn.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. That's a lot. That's a lot. And you also, I also was hearing that you're doing a remake of Selena song.
Yeah. And that's all Spanish.
Really?
So it was like, I love this song.
Right.
And then when I sing it, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I really like it that much. But it takes time. Like I said, my first reaction to everything is no, because I'm a scaredy cat. I'm a big scaredy cat. That's just who I am. Right. And I really have to push myself. So you hear a song so much, like when she did that song, and it's just like, oh my God, I love that song. But when I do it, it doesn't sound the same way. But it's not supposed to, because it's my song.
Exactly.
So I have to find the balance between me and her to make it my song and to make it still appreciate the originality and the way she did it, but also make it my own too.
Wow.
So it's a challenge.
Wow. So Havoc spoke very, very highly of you, and I told him when I walked in the room, I know you were in the zone, so I was like, let me not bother her. I see her, she's there right now. Right. But when I gave you a hug, it's a certain energy that people give off that it's that comfortability. Like I'm like, she's just a real person, really get down here and doing this. Yeah. So what is the message, or what do you represent? Because I feel this queendom from you. Like I know you say you have, a lot of times you say no to things, but what is that? I feel that empowering feeling from you.
Yeah, and I think there is power in saying no.
Right, exactly.
So I run with it.
Yes.
I'm like, well, let me think about it. You can't just spring things on me.
Right.
And you can't just think I'm just going to I need to sit down, I need to think, I need to really because if I'm gonna do something, I have to sacrifice my time. I have 2 children, and I've been away from them all day. So I have to sacrifice, and I have to really make sure that it's something that I really want to do, not just because, oh, we got to do this because of this and this because of that. Exactly. It doesn't always work that way for me. I would say I just represent, and I just stand for, I like to do the right thing. I like how, even with my music, how it's just old school. To me, it has an older R&B vibe.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
I stand for women empowerment, totally.
Exactly.
Little girls, and not going with the way society is now. I disagree with a lot of things. We'll go there another day. But you know, whatever you choose to do, like, right. I just want it to be because it's something that you want to do, not because of something that's forced upon you or you feel you have to do to get somewhere or get something.
Right.
So, and like, you know, like I said before, I have boys, so I need all these little innocent angels to grow up innocent angels, so my sons can have a good partner in life. But that's pretty much, you know, just standing for what you believe and not wavering. Because if you stand for anything, you will fall for anything, you know. So I just feel like if you believe something, then that's it. I can't be shaken and I can't be moved because I am who I am. And I feel like some people, they can be on the fence and they can be influenced. But if you feel a certain way inside, just go with it. It's gonna be okay.
Thank you. We need that representation of you, this woman in this world, because I feel like, you know, social media is a very big thing.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of the people who do use social media as a platform are using it in a way that these younger girls are really starting to try to emulate that in the way that you carry yourself. Like I said, as soon as I met you, it's like it's a feeling. A real woman knows a real woman. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I love that you stand strong in what you do, because there's nothing that can manipulate or change you.
Right.
And that's that makes your music that I was listening to, it makes it so special, because it was another song that I was listening to. It's about the one night.
Yeah, one night.
Yeah, like hearing that, like that's a whole nother twist, a whole nother way to deliver something. Can you tell me more about that? Because I was really vibing out to that.
Yeah.
I've heard the passion in you. Like, I'm like, yes.
And it's so, I mean, we've all experienced love and what it feels like to want somebody and to like desire someone and just really, really love them, and just you just want that one time, that one special night, just to show them and just to let them know, like, I love you, like there's no one else for me, like this is what, just let me, just one time, I guarantee you, if you just let me go one time, one night with you, just experience life with you that day, you'll understand.
I love that you said experience life. That's deep right there. You just hit that one right there. Like it was very beautiful to hear, because like you're tapping on R&B, how I remember hearing R&B, and I feel like you are that representation of the perfect representation for our West Coast. Our West Coast need to be strengthened. They don't give us that credit, and you are like walking living proof of that when I'm listening, because you have such a large range of music that you're delivering on your album. It's not just this, it's not just that. You have love, you got your international tracks on there. Is there anything else? Like, what's your favorite track that you've done thus far?
Oh my gosh, well, I did have a whole bunch, and then every time I've been coming, it's just been growth. I mean, right now I'm in love with One Night, because to me, when I vision myself of doing music, I specifically told myself, I want to make music that I want to sing to, that like touches me. I want to sing to music. I love to sing. I love to hear music. I love to see performers and just the glamour and just be entertained and just talent. Like, I love all of it. And so when I hear that song, like we were just doing today, even when I was singing, I'm like, this is like, I was like, thank you God, you know, today was a dream come true for me.
Wow.
And a huge area was like, okay, because I always you know, ask, like, should I still keep doing this? Is this something that's just little reminders and little yeses I hear secretly, you know, within myself, like, okay, when things, they don't always go smooth, but when I feel a certain way on the inside, like that song made me feel, I know that I was supposed to be here today, and I'm on the right track. And that's what keeps me pushing.
Definitely, like this is, like I love hearing that because this is your journey. And when you say like you have a fear or something, I'm sitting here like I would have had no idea the way you were blowing up in there, girl. I was feeling like I felt it. So this is your journey, and I always say all these gifts, you have this path that you walk on, and these gifts that you have on your path, just pick them up and embrace them. You opened it up, and now you're delivering. Now this your talent. I love that you're sharing this talent with everyone. Like, thank you. I thank you because I'm a West Coast girl, so I'm like, thank you, Jesus. Yes, we have her here. She's ready. So what do we have to look forward in the rest of 2019? What projects? What's dropping? What's up?
Projects are still kind of up in the air. You know, things are just, one day it could be yes, one day it could be no. So we're trying to just branch out and get ourselves out there as much as possible.
Exactly.
Not saying we're gonna take everything, but definitely try to get out there. The summer's coming, so I know a lot of more shows are coming. So of course I would love to do more shows. But right now, like I said, I know the importance of finishing this album. We have to get the music. So I can't sell myself without listen to this, you know? So I feel now it's just, we all need a fire. We all need that kickstart, like that, okay, you need to get back on it. So definitely right now, I think first and foremost, we're focusing on the music. Like, and it has to be right, and I have to feel it. And just, I have a whole list of these weird things, but good things, not like demands. You know, it's me within myself, things that I have to feel right. I can't just do stuff and just put it out there, and I have to love it. I have to.
Representation
exactly.
of yourself.
Exactly.
So your album is called Hashtag.
Yeah.
How do we get to your album being Hashtag? That is nothing but relevance right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So how does that happen? It's so creative to me.
I think because staying with the times, you know, everything is so social media. Yes. You know, even it's annoying, but it is the way it is.
Right,
you know?
It's life.
Yeah, so we have to stay with the times, and it's like you said, it's now, it's new, it's irrelevant. And with my music, sometimes I feel it's like you said, it's a broad arrangement of music. It's all different types of music. So Hashtag is everywhere.
Thank you.
All different types. You know, you can hashtag anything, and everybody hashtags all over the world.
Right.
So same concept. I feel like with music, it can, and for anybody, I like every type of music, so I would love to do something for everybody.
Right.
You know, because I love every type of music.
Those are the timeless albums that you can play, not just tomorrow, but you can play that 10 years from now. Whatever new way we're going to be listening to music, your music is still going to be reproducing. You know what I'm saying? So I totally enjoy that. And so is it a single that we know is going to come out first? Are we still in this? Okay.
It's going to be Pain.
Okay.
Pain is the song that that was my first song.
Okay.
So that's the one we've already started to. It's finished and it's out. It's out on like iTunes, wherever music is sold.
So we can find it on iTunes, all of those. Okay.
And it's hashtag Pain. So it's the
hashtag
sign and then Pain.
Okay, great. So other than that, I want to thank you for being like. I know we were talking about that walking in, but your humble spirit and just having that, because we need real women like that. We need strong figures like this out, because you are paving the way. Like, you are on this platform where you are going to inspire these young women and inspire me. Like, I'm listening to your music and I'm like, I love it.
Thank you.
Love it. So are there any ways that we can find you, your fans can find you?
Yes, on social media, Facebook, it's Tiffani Lewis.
Okay.
And it's instead of with a Y at the end, I have an I, so it's a little bit different. And then on Instagram, it would be _ Tiffani Renee and then _ again. But you could punch in Tiffani Lewis, it'll be the same thing too. But yeah, that's my social media. I think I have. He said I have a Twitter. I don't do Twitter. So.
I know about
But
Twitter.
if I did, it would probably be Tiffani Lewis.
Okay, so we have our plugs to find you, but I also want to close it with, what is a message that you would like to give your fans to keep them going, to keep them motivated and all that? Because you have a beautiful journey from what you're saying. What is it what message would you like to deliver for them?
Don't stop. Don't stop. And don't let, I feel today, we have so many things against us, and I'm speaking for myself. I feel like I have so many things that, well, I don't do this, I don't look like that, I don't sound like this, all these things I feel like will stop me from continuing my journey. And it did. It did. I stopped music for a couple of years because I was very afraid. Like, even in the studio, it was stressful. Every single time. I'm like, I can't do this. I'm crying. I'm done. And I really had to just be courageous and take a step out and just push myself. Push. Even when no one else is pushing you, just do it. Because it's not nearly as bad as you think it is on the other side. You get it done and you're like, oh, I'm kind of cool and I did this. And you would never know if you don't at least try. So if you think about quitting, or if you something that you always want to do and you've never done, just do it. Like, no matter what, do it. No matter what anybody says, and just, I would not even what anybody says, what you tell yourself, because I feel like I'm my own worst enemy, and I think there's a lot of people who are like that as well. Right. So that's my message. That's my motto for like 2019 is, even though I say no to everything, just do it. If it's within your moral and your means, do it.
So I have another question for you. So how do you and Havoc meet? How did this happen? Because this is a beautiful thing that I'm seeing happening.
Social media,
really? Wow. How did this happen?
It was my mom. It's all her fault. No, just kidding. They were friends on Facebook, and then I don't know if he was posting something about music or going in the studio, and then private messages exchanged. She's like, oh yeah, well, my daughter sings, blah blah blah. He's like, oh, well, send her down to the studio. I want her to sing. And when I went to the studio, I did Pain. So that's how all of that started. And it was through my mom and Havoc meeting on Facebook. Right. And I think probably a week later, he's like, yeah, we're gonna be at the studio at Mellow Mac Studio. Come down here. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna try. And I went, and it was horrible. It was terrible for me because I was just so scared, and everything was just like new. Wow. But that started our journey. It started in that song that I did that day is Pain, which now is my first song out.
Wow. So that's amazing how that happened. See, social media, we just talked about social media, how social media connects that all.
I know, I was like, social media.
That right there, it's beautiful that your mom was so encouraging and looking out for you like that.
Yes, it is, but she's, I'm like, I'm not doing everything, Cindy, so just forget it.
Oh, you said her government too. That's when you know it gets real. But yes, Havoc spoke very, very highly of you. He said you're a very, very special artist, and you guys have had some time of development, and the evolution of you is just, I could imagine, like, I know if that was your first song coming in and that's your first song coming out, I know that it was phenomenal. I know it's phenomenal. So I do want to thank you for sharing that. Anything else you want to?
Yeah, and I mean, like you said with him, it's just we've had our journey and our growth, and with everything, I didn't know him and he didn't know me, and merging these personalities and working with someone, it's not always the easiest thing to do. And he's certain way and headstrong, and I'm a certain way and I'm headstrong, and it could be a battle. I mean, I wish sometimes everybody could see, all that goes on, because this is us, like, this is a happy time. This is a good time. We're in the studio. He's happy. I'm happy. But it's not always like that. It's like, we can be going head and head, and no, and we're fighting. He's like, just do this way, and I'm like, no, and I'm like, you just do it this way, and he's like, no, you know, and to know, I mean, everybody who's been around us, they know that, but other people, you know, they don't see that, and that's why I say, like, don't stop, because what is you see in front, like when we come to the studio here, when we did the show, it took years for us to get to this point. We were working, fighting, figuring it out, going through in and out every day. So it's just, if you want something bad enough, you'll do it.
Exactly.
And you just have to make that decision. And he has definitely, okay, riff, you know, fine. And I've had to, you know, learn to compromise with him too, because it's not always my way either. And that's where a lot of growth came in on my part.
Wow.
To where I can say, okay, I'll trust you like this much.
Girl.
You know, if you mess up, that's it. You know, but I'm going to give you that little bit of hair, and instead of just saying, no, we're doing it my way.
But that's what makes it so beautiful, having two strong people together. You're gonna always have the best product come out, and that's what I'm seeing. Like, I mean, I would have no idea all that was going on, but that's what makes a great relationship with somebody. You know, like a working relationship. You guys know how to get along. That's what a friendship is. So I mean, over time, I know it's a friendship. If you get through the good, bad, and ugly. Y'all supposed to be friends. Y'all are in the right place. This is the purpose. Like I said, he spoke very, very, very highly. He said, he believes in everything that you do, and it's like not 100%, but 200% in.
Oh yeah. So more than me. He got me going.
Wow.
Because I was not there. He's like, you gotta just do it. Just riff.
Just riff.
Everything's riff. And I'm like, no. Just do it. And he's calm, and then he gets pushy, and then he gets calm. And I know for a fact he believes in me. You know, I know next to my mom, he's like right there. You know, he's right there. I mean, he is gonna say and do whatever to, if I want to do something or do something, he's gonna find a way to make it. So that's how we got back actually to music. I went to a concert, How the West Was Won, and I was with my mom. Okay. And there was an artist by the name of Pomona Dre, and I'm from Pomona too. Okay. And so I stopped doing music, and I'm like, man, I'm sitting there, and he's on the stage, and I was so like proud, like that's so cool, you know. And then I was thinking, if I would have stuck in it, I wonder where I'd be now. So I called him, and I texted him, and I was like, in 1 year, I want to be on a big stage, so make it happen. And he was like, okay, Riff, I'll call you on Monday to set up the studio. And that's how we got the ball rolling again. Just as simple as that. And then I think about a year later, we just did the R&B Rewind Fest. That was a year ago.
Wow,
we did that
major.
on January. Yeah.
That's super major. How was that? So what was it? You opened up? Or?
Yeah, we opened up. I opened up for my 112, Genuine, TLC, Velvet DeVoe. Right. It was Next. It was crazy because I love all them. Major. I love their music.
That's major.
And I was like, I get a chance to do this.
That's
you know?
where you belong.
I was like, oh my god. More like excited for the show, not realizing I got to do a little job too. That's amazing. But I can't believe it happened. I'm still like, okay, more for
it's
sure.
It's happening. I can hear that. Like it's there. Yeah. Your product is there.
Thank you.
I can't wait to hear the finished product of it. So, well, I want to thank you once again for just having a time, because I know you were like working in that booth. So I want to thank you for giving us the time and giving us this wonderful interview about you.
Thank you.
Learned so much.
Thank you.
So I want to thank you. So we're going to close this out. And I want to thank you and make sure that you follow Miss Tiffani Lewis.
Bye. Thank you.
Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Raven Melinda, and we are with 16 Entertainment TV. And I am so blessed and honored to be sitting next to Cali Pitts right here.
What it do?
How are you today, sir?
I'm fine, Miss Lady.
Good, good. Okay, so I need you to tell me a little bit about you. Like what I was listening to you kind of directing in there, you know, with Tiffani. And so I know you're an artist as well. So can you give me a little plug? Give me something about you.
Well, with me, my background, I came in with South Central Cartel back in the early 90s. I was the youngest kid in the group. But,
Okay.
I'm pretty much, I think I was the youngest cat on Def Jam with 3 deals at the same time.
Wow.
I was pretty much, you know, the prince of the 90s. I ran the game with, you know, most of the top-notch West Coast rappers, you know what I mean? So Cali Pitts has been here a long time. A lot of people might know me as Young Prodigy though, but you know what I'm saying? But Cali Pitts, that's what I go under now, and you know, I'm just doing a lot. As far as Tiffani go, yeah, I write a little R&B. A lot of people don't know that.
Wow, that was beautiful in there.
Thank you. So yeah, that's what I'm just here doing. I'm a guest right now, just, you know, working on a project.
I see. So what inspired you? You said you were the youngest member back then. What was your inspiration? What inspired you to do music? Like, what brought you to this?
I mean, back then, and I'm talking about back then, I'm born, you know, in the 70s, so.
Wow, you don't look it. Oh my gosh.
What inspired me to do music is like growing up in our households, in black households back then. I'm pretty much probably any household, but black households, music was a part of the everyday just get by, you know. Without music, you probably would have been depressed, and a lot of them times, because I grew up very poor, like very poor, dirt poor. So music was just something that gave us hope. And when my brother started actually taking it seriously to where he was doing it for a living, I had the talent, so I put my foot in the game. But music is just a part of my life, just getting by in every day.
So this gift was just this was just a born gift. This is something that you, like I always say, this is what you were anointed with, because I say any artist, it comes from somewhere. And it's always somebody who have motivated you and got you there. So what projects what we have to look for in 2019? What's going on?
Well, right now we just dropped a new South Central Cartel EP called To The West. It's on all social media outlets. New video out, Stay in Your Lane. Another single out called Run It Up. LV and Prodigy, everybody don't know LV from Gangsta Paradise with Coolio. They got an album coming out. Right now we got my son. Right now he in college, but he also producing and he's working on projects with his friends. And
you do not have a child in college, or you look so young.
I got grandkids. Are you serious?
Oh no! Wow, you look awesome. Okay, great. Let me let you continue.
We blessed.
I'm saying.
But, you know, just keeping it moving far as this music go. You know, a lot of this West Coast music is swept under the rug if you're not one of the high profile artists, but it's still going on. And it's still poverty in the ghetto that need to be spotlighted. It's like with a lot of music nowadays, people don't seem to think that it still struggles. Everybody flossing and fancy now, but it's a lot of you know, poverty-stricken things going on in the ghetto that really need to be addressed still. So that's one of our main platforms. We got our own record label, HG Records. We distribute through Empire. Looking for the new youth to come and, you know, get down, man, but get down with a purpose and a cause, not get down for the self-destruction, you know.
Right. So it's more on the. I love that you're speaking on. It's the empowerment too. It's this uplifting and all that. So would you say your music has a lot of social or a lot of political, like things and cultural things that's going on, or what do you stamp your music with? What is the message that you deliver?
To me, I don't stamp my music with nothing. I don't think music is made to be stamped by anyone, any culture, anybody saying. See, music is something that just speaks to the individual as they hear it. You know what I mean? My music, I don't like I said, I don't like to stamp no type of vibe on it, because I'm gonna do music. Like right now, like we heard Tiff, she got the remix to Selena, you know what I mean? Wow. So Body B-Bomb, whatever that song called, but
Bitty Bitty Bomb Bomb.
Right.
There we go. I love you, Selena.
But I remember the song though. It's a joint, you know
classic,
what I mean?
Yes.
So I'm the type of, they was like, rap on that. Then I get on there, I'm gonna rap on that, like, you know what I mean? So, but it's people who would assume that I should stick to a path because I came with SEC that wouldn't fit me, but you know, this is music. Music is made to touch and be spread amongst people. But I don't put my music in a box, man, because then I'll put myself in a box.
Exactly. Yeah. Artist creates. It doesn't. I don't see any place that you should be in a box. You know. Okay. So definitely that song. That sounds.
But let
great.
me say, rappers should be in a box. That's why they call rappers. They supposed to be boxed up.
Yeah. Elaborate on that.
Rappers do a certain thing. Artists create.
Right.
You know. And it's a difference. Like they got. It's like a printer to a painter.
Okay.
You know, a printer can do a thing, and it can do that same thing it do. Great, it can print a picture over and over and over, but it can't create like an artist.
Exactly.
So rappers are printers and artists are artists.
Wow, that's a whole nother way of putting it. But I see you as that artist. The way that you're speaking, like let me fix what I'm saying. Like I don't. Okay, we're letting that close. Anyway, so let me go back to what I'm saying. Like, I see you as an artist, and I don't want to say it's stamped, but it's just the way that you're speaking. It's very conscious. It's very, you know, like it's relevance that you're speaking that we still need to speak of. It's that not just speaking on the surface, you know, of what you're saying, like the glam of it. It comes from your core of a person, and that's where you're speaking from. And it's very beautiful to hear someone. And I say artist because you guys always have a canvas and you're always doing something beautiful. Like I seen you in there doing that, and I'm like, wow, you said hit this note, do that. And as a rapper to do that with R&B, like that is a gift, and that was very, very impressive. So what is it that you want to tell your fans? If it's one message that you can really get out there to, because I know our music has changed so much. What message would you like to give your fans out there to keep them lifted or to keep them going? What has that been for you?
Honestly, if you're a true fan of mine, then do more for other people.
Okay.
Don't ignore your eyes. Like when you see somebody doing bad, try to help. You see somebody, you know what I mean, and don't put yourself in a jeopardizing situation. But what I'm just saying is that do more for other people.
Exactly.
Just do more. That's how the world gonna get better. Not by people fakely protesting or the fake Black Lives Matter that don't seem to exist no more. It came and went. The rappers that protested, it was in you know, police stations at the time when everybody was yelling. I'm looking for the cat because I'm the type of dude, I'm gonna yell when everybody quiet.
Right.
So you hear me, you know where it's coming from, you know who said it, you know who yelled. I don't mind people getting together and making a bigger noise, but once that initial situation is over, where is the screaming, where is the yelling? Because it's still ass whooping some things going on in these streets and in these poverty-stricken neighborhoods to where, you know what I'm saying, to people not speaking when it needs to be spoken. And so Black Lives Matter and all those things, that's just shams, man. I saw people going to Black Lives Matter rallies just to meet girls because they knew girls was going to be there and shit. Like, you know what I mean? And this is facts, and this is the type of things that I try to bring to the forefront of, because this is what's really going on.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not the bunch of people we seen shutting down freeways that didn't get us nowhere, didn't get us nothing. Didn't get us nothing. I'm still looking for that cause to still be mad. So I don't try to say my music conscious, because once I do that, then they gonna put me in a box and say I'm a conscious rapper. You know what I mean? And then I don't want to come out being angry and militant, because then I'm angry nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just keep doing this music, and little advice for you, like, take that question out of your
Take the question out,
because I go on radio stations and I watch them help artists self-destruct. They asking you questions about men you don't know, asking your opinion about another person you don't know, another person's business, who we don't really focus on these guys or anybody else's business in the music business. Most music people don't. They don't really pay attention to nobody else in the music business. They just doing their thing, right? So when you go on radio stations and it's like a setup for questions to self-destruct. And I get it. It's gonna be ratings for them. I get that. But then you, like I say, you can't go around saying Black Lives Matter when you help create a beef, or you help bring somebody into a beef. You know what I mean? And then when they get to shooting and when they get to fighting and all these things, these kind of questions, it produces these kind of outcomes. You know what I mean? So try not to put an artist in a box.
Definitely, because I'm an artist myself. So,
Right, so
me, I don't believe in boxes. I feel like an artist is a person that is a creator. And like I told you, like I don't want to say socially or politically, or I'm not trying to put you in a box either. I just want to clear that up. My thing is, I'm a person, I listen because I'm a writer.
Right.
So the words that I hear coming from your mouth is not from this glam side. You're a person, you are an individual. You are your own person, you are a spirit. So when I hear you speaking of what you were saying, like you just dropping all this knowledge of relevance, it's coming not from out here or no fakeness, it's coming from your heart, from your soul. So when I hear that, like, and even I want to just say and challenge you, because I want to see that, because a lot of people like you don't exist and don't even speak of these things, and it needs to be said. I challenge you to do that conscious, to do all these different genres of things, because we need that from you. Because what you saying to me, like, I'm a very deep sister, so I feel what you saying. I've been there, done that, all of that. So I challenge you. This is the box. Excuse my mouth, kick that shit over. You are, like I said, this is your canvas right here. You creating what you want the world to hear from you, your journey, and your experience. Because your spirit is genuine.
But the thing is, I'm not gonna run into many VJs like you. You understand? So when I say that, I don't say it in no disrespect. I say it in the aspect of a person like me will need a person like you to understand what I'm saying, to not take it in no type of disrespect or any way. Just understand when I say about the boxes, because if I said, okay, she a VJ. I met her and she was hosting a video show, right? But then the homie be like, well, she told me she rap. I be like, man, she ain't no rapper. She a VJ. I didn't put you in the box. I'm not even finna let you grow. I'm not even finna let you fly because I'm putting you in the box. Right. And that's what most of society want us all to do.
Exactly.
Find your box, get in it, and hide from everybody else in the world. You know, but we can't do that. We gotta keep pushing the envelope of being human beings. Being black, African Americans, whatever, but being human beings.
Exactly.
Because no matter our agenda don't move if this agenda with human beings don't get fixed.
Yes, thank you.
You know what I mean? So everything we do and we saying it is a purpose. This right here is a purpose. This conversation is a purpose. Right. I understand the way this world laws work.
Right.
This universe laws work, not this world, because this world is man-made, what we living in. Right. You know what I mean? Not what we living on, what we living in.
Thank you. Very big difference. You better copyright what you just said right now, because that right there need to be spread all over the world. But I want to thank you, because I salute all my like I said, I say artists because that's what you are, and you, like I said, like, your soul and your energy is different, and that's what makes this music and make what you're doing so much more impactful. And I want to thank you for being that person.
I appreciate you.
And I think we need to, I always thank my brothers, I thank my people all the time for saying what you're saying, because you're not afraid. And that's what we need. You have that platform where you give that to the people. And like I said, I challenge you to do all of that, because I'm following.
Yeah, see, then that's what we need to do. Hold me accountable for the things I said to you.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Because
right.
That's the problem. Once the hoopla gone, nobody's accountable of the things that they said they was going to stand for.
I'm telling you.
So hold me accountable. That's what
you got it. Man. I know you got it. So let's get back to this music part.
Yeah, because we all
right, you know, but that conversation was needed. That needed to be released. That was something that somebody needs to hear. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that, like, to the fullest, my king. Like, I appreciate it. Salute you all the way. But with the music is okay. So yeah, we just went on a great journey, right? No, that was needed. That took me. You got me sitting different now. I was trying to sit a different way, but. Okay, back to what events are coming up? I know you said you have a show coming up. I need you.
Right now, I got a show downtown LA.
Awesome.
Don't exactly know where it's at, but I'm gonna be there. But right now, SEC, we got a tour for Brazil coming up. We're gonna be doing that.
Congratulations.
We ain't performing at the Fresh Fest, but we gonna show up. You know what I mean? We're gonna be in the building. We're just gonna be everywhere this West Coast music is at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what it's about. This West Coast music. No disrespect to no one else's, but
We West
this is
over
where I
here.
live. Let somebody send that plane ticket. It's West Coast, man. You know
Thank
what I
you.
mean? So
We need that.
you know, that's what we're gonna be doing. Just wherever you see the West Coast at, you definitely gonna see Cali Pitts in the building.
Hey, Cali Pitts. Hey, King. Hashtag King on that too. Okay, so we're gonna wrap this up, but I do want to make sure that everyone, your fans, and everyone can follow you. So, is there any plugs how we can find you?
I'm gonna make it simple, man. Google me, Cali Pitts, CALIPITTS. Every social media gonna pop up. It's just simpler for you.
He said, Google Cali Pitts. You gonna find him. So that right there speaks alone. So I want to thank you so much, Cali Pitts.
Thank you,
I don't even want a handshake. I want a hug. Like
That's
that. Like that was it was needed. I want to let you know that I appreciate what you said and I love it. So I'm gonna wrap that up. I want to thank you for having this interview and make sure you check us out and find those plugs. All right, y'all.
I used to be in the game from day one. I seen all the phases of it. I watched the West Coast rise and I watched it fall.
The artist is the lowest one on the food chain. To me personally, because you got artists that been doing music forever and they broke as hell.
Bootlegging is out of control with the digital bootlegging of records. It's so easy to download a record or music, whatever it is, illegally, that unfortunately kids are doing it, and they're depriving artists of their rightful royalties.
There's artists out there that don't want to see you achieve because they feel like if you achieve, you might go above them. Mm-hmm. So they don't want to see you go above them. Right. So they want to keep you down in the bottom of the barrel instead of up top with them because they're greedy. Yeah. They don't want you to have nothing.
Without y'all, there'd be no us.
Back then in day one, we didn't have no street team. The artist was the street. We wrote the songs, we produced the song, we rapped on the songs, we mixed the songs, we managed, we marketed, we promote, we did everything. Everything was us. And if you was good with your street hustle, you was good, you was good with your music hustle.
They're just not giving us no respect that, we help make this hip hop too.
Bottom line, let's make this shit happen then.